From AfterBuzzTV, it's
Ringside Pop, you know it don't stop. With flicks to the business of everything that's hot. Call it Ringside Pop, you know it don't stop. With the flicks to the business of everything that's hot. Welcome to Ringside Pop with Kia Stevens, Marty Elias, and Dale Rutledge.
Welcome everybody to our SummerSlam TakeOver special edition of Ringside Pop. Just to let you know, we are always dancing to that song every single time that we're
raising the roof.
It is so good. So we are here to discuss all our favorite memories from any past SummerSlams, and today is the day. It is SummerSlam Day, so hopefully you guys enjoyed SummerSlam and are having a good old time. I am going to be there in person. We are obviously pre-recording this, but so later in the episode you'll have all the interviews that I've gotten from SummerSlam weekend. But as of now, I am The Walking Dale on Instagram and Twitter. I am here with the lovely Kia Stevens at Mean Queen K on Twitter, and Marty Elias at Marty Elias 1967 on Twitter. So let's get to SummerSlam memories. What is, if you had to pick one, what's your favorite SummerSlam memory?
Gosh, it's a toss-up between two of them.
Really? Okay.
All right, but you have to know the context.
Okay.
Of it. All right, because the one I like, the first one I'm gonna mention is when Zeus, Tiny Lister, came in and stared down Hogan and they did a little something. And the reason I liked it is because we were all excited because the movie No Holds Barred had just so it was just what's gonna happen and whatnot. So that moment, the segment itself without that context wasn't that exciting.
Right.
But with that, it was that was awesome.
That's the great thing about wrestling. It's all about how it connects to you in whatever moment anyway. So that's pretty awesome. Cool.
And the other one I have to say, because I'm a girl, was when, Macho Man and Elizabeth got married.
Ah. Yes. That was a good moment, even if you weren't a girl. But yes, I could see that being a highlight.
I was there at Madison Square Garden.
Were you?
No way.
Yeah, I was.
That's awesome.
I actually went there with Paul Roma.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was exciting.
It was like the most the second most wedding I used to obsess about other than Princess Dies.
Oh yeah.
The two weddings I was like, that's what mine is gonna be like. I'm gonna mix the two.
If you could pull that off,
right?
Yeah, it's a hell of a wedding.
Go ahead with that.
I hope I'm getting an invite.
The Queen used to be a fan of wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I'd heard actually.
Yeah. Queen Elizabeth.
Marty, how about you?
Mine would have to be my first SummerSlam that I did with WWE. That was 2006.
2006, okay.
With Randy Orton, Randy and Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
Yeah, Randy was doing the whole Legend Killer angle.
Right.
But prior to that, they had set it up with Randy and Brooke at Saturday Night's Main Event. And then it led to the whole Hogan and Randy. But for me, I mean, I had a personal, connection with that too, because me and my younger brothers and such, we would go to pizza parlors and we would watch SummerSlams, and we would sit there and we'd pay like $5-10, because pizza and then the pay-per-view. When pizza parlors did that, and we would go, but for me to be there and working the pay-per-view and working it with Hulk Hogan, who we've seen, just like you said, in the SummerSlams previous with, Macho and Zeus and things, to actually be there. And I'll never forget it. When Hogan's music hit, I mean, I literally got choked up because it was reminiscing back to us going to the pizza parlors and, seeing it with my brothers and sisters when we'd pile in and I'd drive them there, and to hear his music was just, I'm getting goosebumps now, but it was just an awesome aha moment and going like, wow, dreams come true.
Is it really goosebumps or the fact that you just want to show off your kits that you got?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Always supporting that army.
Kiss lover.
Yeah, I mean, mine is from live events as well. I mean, it shows you how, if you haven't been to a live wrestling show, what you're doing with your life, first of all.
Exactly.
But SummerSlam, for me, I also have two, because why narrow things down? It's our show. Is my first one, Hogan as well. This was, I think, 2004. It was in Washington, D.C. Obviously didn't live there at that time, but went up to see it. And it was HBK Hogan, and HBK was selling the shit out of every single move that Hogan did, like, hard.
Wait,
it was so funny.
Is that the one where he bumped like 1,000 times?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness. Like, it reeked of like backstage something going on between those two. Like, it was so, but as a fan, I was like, this is hilarious.
It's like, flick.
He was like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
you know,
funny.
Sean was selling brother.
Exactly.
Brother.
I also caught a JBL $100 bill that fell from the sky on that show, so I also felt very special on that.
Oh.
And then my more recent one was when John Cena and Brock Lesnar went at it. I think that was like 14 or so at here in LA.
Yeah, that was the last year they were in Los Angeles.
Was that the last one?
Wow.
Yeah.
How sad. Maybe they'll come back. That contract's expiring.
Yeah, they seem to run a couple-year deals with each of the places they do SummerSlam, so I figure it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, although LA, we got like a 6-7 year run. I gotta be honest, that was good. That was good for me.
Yeah, you know what hurt for me for SummerSlam WWE? The first year that they did sign that deal was 2009, and they were going to be at SummerSlam. I got released 2 weeks before SummerSlam in LA for the first time.
Not your favorite.
Not my
SummerSlam
favorite,
memory.
man, and it was heartbreaking to say the least. You know,
Yeah.
because it was 2 weeks away, and I already had a match scheduled and everything, and you know, to be let go 2 weeks before, and then talk about heartbreaking. But I'm over it because I'm doing Ringside Pop, baby.
Yeah, so that was my particular favorite one. Oh, and it got turned into a meme that year as well, because my reaction to Cena got caught on camera, and it just.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But
Googling it later.
they even put it on the network later as like the extreme moments or whatever. So those are our favorite SummerSlam memories. Also, TakeOver is happening yesterday once this happened. So I, of course, had to talk to somebody from TakeOver. Nigel McGuinness and I got to go on a nice drive-through crew together through Chick-fil-A down in Orlando.
Nice.
So check it out. Here is Nigel McGuinness and myself, drive-through crew, and then interviews from SummerSlam.
You know who Stone Cold ET is? Shut the f up. How did you miss that pop culture icon?
What is it?
There's a guy from, I don't know where he was from, probably Canada. It's pretty funny. And he put a ET mask on.
Okay.
And talked like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
But in like ET-isms?
No, just
has an ET
completely
mask.
as Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
And go through drive-through and order stuff.
Oh, I see.
Christmas, and it was brilliant.
That's
You got to
funny.
YouTube it.
All right, I'll look that
Gotta
up.
YouTube it. Actually started getting booked places, believe it or not.
As that character?
Yeah, like on wrestling shows.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, people loved him so much, but then he got booked so poorly. He just kind of killed his heat.
Poor E.T. Stone
Poor
Cold.
Stone Cold E.T. Stone Cold E.T. says.
Shark Boy does a good Stone Cold.
I love Sharky. He gave him the name.
He gave you your name?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. He said my real name wasn't English enough, and he was a big fan of Spinal Tap.
Oh, okay.
And so he said, yeah, I'm going to call you Nigel, and that stuck.
Chick-fil-A, this is Eddie speaking. May I have a name for the order?
Nigel.
Drive-Thru Crew.
So we're right here by Full Sail at the Chick-fil-A. Do you come here often then? Is this a spot for you?
No. I've got a couple of regular spots, actually. I've already eaten today, believe it or not. There's a great sushi place down near the PC I go to all the time.
It's good sushi in Orlando?
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not really a connoisseur of sushi. I love it. I eat it a lot, but you know, I still love McDonald's. So,
What if there was McDonald's sushi? Would you eat that?
I'd invest my life savings in it.
So how's NXT been treating you then?
Fantastic. My whole experience with WWE has just been
That's great.
It's you could say it's been a long time coming, and it has. I'm not counting my chickens. I'm just enjoying it, being present, being mindful.
If you were counting, there's 2 chickens. Let's miss one. Can I do it in an ET mask? Would that make it funnier?
That would be great. I may eat some of this bread today.
You can sit on your suit.
Oh, Christ, yeah. It'd be disastrous. Be like Conor McGregor's suit. There's something topical. Huh?
Oh, my God. What do you think about that
situation? Bobby Fish told me about it last night.
Oh, yeah? And how's he doing?
He's doing great, yeah. He came in here...
yeah, he's an official NXT
he's
himself
officially
now.
On the boards, on the books. And, yeah, came in at a great match with Aleister Black.
Aleister Black is kicking all the Ring of Honor's guys' asses.
Oh, certainly is.
I like Aleister Black. He's got a cool vibe.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I'm sidetracking, but...
Yeah.
So, yeah. Conor McGregor, what did Fish say about it?
Well, just to explain that... What did it say on his,
Oh, God, I don't know.
F
Something
you,
racist?
No, I think you said F you. Not actually F you, but the whole word.
Mm-hmm.
But in very small writing. So you couldn't see it immediately, but when they got a tighter shot of it, then you could see it, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, Maranello is doing some of the announcing on it. He's helping promote it. Yeah.
Nice.
So he was talking a little bit about it as well, and the odds of everybody involved. I was saying like 7-1 right now, the odds for McGregor.
Mayweather never lost, right? Has he lost yet?
Yeah, I don't believe he's ever lost. He's a world champion. And yes, he's retired for a few years or whatever, but I don't know. They'll draw some money, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, they both win. Really.
Right.
How's, so Morrow, had you known him before he just came back?
I talked to him a couple of times. I think I came on his radio show when he used to actually be competing. And so I'm obviously familiar with his work as well, so... But we never really hung out a whole great deal. But it was great, you know, it was great to see him come on board.
It's nice to have him on NXT as well.
Yeah, you know, I think it suits him well. Just the style and everything else. The same with me. It's a great spot for me. Get some reps in now as well. You know, try and learn more of the style here. So
you can hear him booming through the whole building.
Really?
Like I could hear his commentating from my seat.
He projects. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting road for that guy, but I'm glad he's on the up and up. And
we're all on a journey, aren't we?
So you've been there since January, right? UK tournament was your first. I still, whenever I get any footage of that on the network or anything, it still like warms my heart. That whole week. Yeah. It was just like such a fun. Cause I drove up there with a bunch of buddies and. To see you there doing your thing for the first time, hanging out with your mom. It's just like such a weird random. I'll probably never go to Blackpool again. I mean, what are the odds that that'll even happen for me? Yeah. So it was just like a really cool, special time.
It was for me. It was for a lot of people, you know. And speaks volumes about what a cool idea it was in general. You know, we're hoping to follow up on it now. We've done we did the special. So I did the commentary with Jim Ross which was awesome. And there is something in the works, I think, coming up, but when that will happen, I don't know. I think there's some logistical issues involved, I would imagine. Yeah. You know, but lots of irons in the fire when it comes to WWE.
Good old JR.
Yep.
Have you done much with him besides that special?
Not really, no. No, I was never on his podcast, and I've never had any of his barbecue sauce. I am eating some good though. Is it? Oh. This would be great with some barbecue sauce.
You just say, oh.
It's butter. I think it's butter.
It is buttered. Your body's not going to know what to do with all this.
Oh. Skinny Homer Simpson.
I think we should talk about Cole, because I don't think people give Cole enough credit.
No, you ain't kidding.
He's a cool cat.
He's a cool cat, he's a nice guy, he's a great guy, and he's a great boss, to be honest with you. You know, I mean, I got a chance to hang out with him in Blackpool and a couple of times outside of WWE as well, and just, you can't speak well enough of him, and I don't think people understand what a great job he does, because
he's just easy to hate for some reason. I mean, I know, you know, he had some heel moments character-wise, but
there are a lot of times people who didn't sort of break in the right way. You know what I mean? Sometimes people sort of take umbrage to that, perhaps. But people don't understand how things work behind the scenes. And I can tell you, without him beside me for that UK special, I would have been hopeless, you know what I mean? Like, he knows how to set you up in the right places. He knows when to talk, when not to talk. Now on the NXT shows, he produces us from the back as well. Every week I learn something new, you know?
That's awesome.
It is. It's fantastic.
He gave you a glowing review as well, though. You know, on Twitter and stuff like that. He was putting you over quite a bit during that UK tournament.
Money well spent.
Does your mom go to see much wrestling?
No, not at all. Not unless I'm in it. Or
could have been a minute since she had been to a match.
Yeah.
She said the funniest thing to me. Because when we were sitting there, she said, they're a lot skinnier than they used to be when Nigel wrestled. I'm like, well, I mean, you know, there are a lot of more cruiserweight type guys now.
They seem to be.
But it was just such a funny, like, offhanded comment.
I always say that. You can learn more about it from people who aren't fans than people who are. Because as fans, we take it so much for sort of granted. And it's those little things that make the big difference, I think. I've always said, you know, you're going to get a guaranteed audience. People who are always going to watch the show no matter what.
Right.
But what you need is those fringe people, because once you get those fringe people, then you get everybody, you know.
Well, yeah, I love the French.
Oui.
No, thanks, I just went. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the hardest part, right? I mean, that's why they do the Goldberg runs and the things, you know, it's kind of like to get more of those fringe people to come back in.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? People like to think it's simple, but perhaps it's not. There are complex things involved in what produces the peaks and valleys in any kind of entertainment business, you know. Is it individual people or is it moments and in social history?
What do you think?
I don't know. I think there's something to be said for the cultural zeitgeist of the times. If you think of the 1980s, MTV, Cyndi Lauper, Mr. T was huge on TV as well. And both of them sort of coming on board at the same time.
Give it a nice shot in the arm.
Yeah, got a lot of interest in, you know. It was a new... MTV was kind of like, I guess, the internet of that day. Everybody was watching it. It was the cool, hip thing to do.
It's where the cool kids were.
Yeah. To a certain extent, even ECW was kind of leading the way in terms of the internet in the burgeoning days that probably helped it get a little bit more success and popularity.
Yeah, and I guess that 90s boost was the competition, really. You know, like, what will they do? You tune in just to see, like, what ridiculous thing they try to up each other with.
Right, and we'd never seen that before, you know. In the 80s, we created this sort of separation of church and state, or whatever you want to call it, right? Where you had the two companies, but they never talked about it. And then all of a sudden, the gates were wide open, all these matchups you never imagined, and sort of seeing beyond the curtain and how the industry seemed to work. It was an interesting time to be around it, for sure.
Are you excited for the Mae Young Classic?
I am, actually. I really am excited. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to, at some point, sit backstage and you can listen over the commentating, listen on how it's all being produced as well. Cool. So I can't wait to hear JR and Lita do that and see the girls as well. And I know some of the girls already. I think, in fact, some of the girls have been on NXT, actually, in the past. But I know there's going to be some girls that really stand out, and I love girls, so...
It won't be a problem for you.
No, fantastic. You know, I love wrestling, I love girls. Girls wrestling. It's money.
Drive-Thru Crew. I am Dale Rutledge, and this is NXT Time. I am here with EY, Eric Young. How's it going, buddy?
It's great, man. Yeah, absolutely great.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's good to be alive. It's good to be seen.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's been a long time coming, I feel like. So 6 months ish. for your NXT official?
I think so. I think officially it's probably closer to 9 or 10.
Oh, okay.
Television-wise, 6. It's around 6.
I only know TV.
That's all anyone knows.
All my facts are based off of TV. Does that seem weird?
In my mind, I'm really good, but in reality, is I am not. So it's very, very similar to the same thing.
So how's the transition been going for you?
It's good, man. It's wrestling, television wrestling is the same. This is obviously the big leagues. You know what I mean? This is I'm in awe of it every day. The machine, and I remember having a moment at WrestleMania, and I'm sitting at Access, and me and Nikki Storm are signing, and we look out, and there's this line around the corner for us, and we look over, and the Usos are over there, and their line is twice as long as ours, and I can hear people wrestling over to the left, and there's 10,000 people, and at that same time, there's 10,000 people at the Amway for the Hall of Fame, and it's all happening seamlessly, and it's unbelievable. It's a juggernaut, man, and it's awesome to be a part of it.
Mania always blows my mind. I mean, Access even specifically, it's like we're just here to look at and talk wrestling, not even go to a show.
Right.
We just want to climb a wall and meet you guys. And
there's not enough time to do it all, right? Yeah.
It's pretty
crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Orlando at this point has got to be your home away from home, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I've spent 3/4 of my professional life there. And I was like, why don't you just move there? And it just never really worked out. And I still live in Nashville. I fell in love with it when I moved there in 2004, and I'm still there today. So it's that's my home. But Orlando is definitely the home away from home. Spent a lot of time there.
Yeah. So is Nashville your actual? Were you born there, or why the attachment?
No, I'm born in Canada.
Right.
Born and raised just across from Detroit, about an hour from Detroit.
Yeah.
But I moved down to Tennessee when I first started working full time with TNA in 2004, and I fell in love with it, man. And I don't think I'll leave.
It seems like I've only been once, but it was super dope the one time
it's
that
amazing.
I went.
The problem is the secret's out now. They're saying like 120 people move there every day, and
oh my gosh,
if you have to go anywhere in between 7 and 9, you realize how big the city's getting.
I heard that about Iceland too. Like, it used to be this small, quaint little town in Reykjavik or whatever, and now it's just like the secret's out. It's getting like blasted everywhere.
Yeah, we're definitely the Austin, Texas of the Mid-South. So
it does have that cool music attachment to it, just like Austin does. So 12 years-ish in TNA, right?
Yeah,
is that
12 years, yep.
Do you miss anything from over there?
I mean, I miss a lot of the guys. I mean, like, the reality is like that's in wrestling, that's where I was born.
Yeah.
You know, like, I wrestled before that independently, but that's where my life as a professional started, and I had a lot of good times there.
Yeah.
You know, I have no complaints, and everyone could complain about something one way or the other,
sure,
but
of course.
I'm just not like that. I'm too stupid to be upset, I guess, which is good. I live in my little happy bubble, and life is good, man. It's the fact that I've been, you know, my number one goal when I first started in wrestling was I just said I wanted to sign a contract saying that this is what I did for a living. Like, I had a real job, you know. I did that. I worked 9 to 5 and did all this other stuff, but that was my goal. My only goal in wrestling was to sign a contract to say that I could do this for a living, and I've been doing it since 2004.
I think you nailed it.
Yes. Some people would say okay, some people not so much, but you know, it's kind of like art, and it's all subjective, I suppose.
So you keep up with anybody from over there then?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, a
Abyss,
lot
I
of,
would feel like maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Abyss is one of my really good friends. Jeremy Borash is a guy
nice,
I keep up with. But yeah, a lot of the guys. I mean, it's pretty heavily changing of the guard over there and stuff. So I wish them nothing but the best. But yeah, I keep in contact. They keep me real busy here, which I like. That keeps me out of trouble. And I mean, doing what you love for a living is awesome. You mean, like, I tell my people, you know, people I know and stuff, like, I haven't worked since 2004. That's how I look at it. You know,
nice.
The traveling and stuff. Like, we didn't get in last night till almost 6 a.m.
Oh man.
So yeah, and here we are.
Here you are.
Yeah, takeover day. A lot of people don't see that kind of stuff, but it's. I mean, dude, like, I wouldn't change any of it. It's amazing.
That's awesome. I mean, so 12 years there, then how did you know when you were done? Like, what was the thing that you were like, you know, I should look around and see what else is going on? Or was it just kind of you accomplished everything? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, like I said, I set out to sign that first contract, and I did that in 2004. And then from there, you know, your goals morph. And then it was like, you know, I'd love to hold a title. So, you know, people can't take that away. As long as wrestling history, you know, I was an NWA tag champ, or I was a heavyweight champ, or a global champ, or whatever. And the truth is I won all of them. I mean, I did it all, and I wouldn't change that. A lot of people are like, you know, did you like doing comedy wrestling? Did you like doing? I got a TV show out of it. It was amazing.
A couple, really?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I did 3 seasons, 3 full years of having my own television show, and I wouldn't have got that if I was just, you know, Eric Young wrestler. Right.
I'm sure your body is happy about it, too.
Yeah, I it was something I definitely talked to Hunter the first time we talked, and I said, like, you know, I was on, you know, I'm a little bit older, but I was on vacation for 9 years, you know. So that was okay.
Right.
I was making money like I was wrestling, but I barely ever wrestled, which was can be frustrating. Like I still love wrestling. It's still why I got into this, and I still love it now, and the best part of today will be when I walk through the curtain. Yeah. All the rest of the stuff is awesome too, but the best part, no doubt, is always walking through the curtain.
Nice. Yeah, I can only imagine. Well, I'm excited for it. It's definitely going to be quite the match going on this evening. I wanted to talk a little bit about you training some of the guys. I mean, you have Ty Dillinger here at Crazy Steve as well, right, over at TNA?
Yeah.
Do you have any good stories from either of them or anything that I interviewed Ty. He was a lot of fun. So
yeah. I mean, Ty's one of those guys, like, he started at my school, and we're not far off the same age, you know what I mean? So,
right, yeah.
So we had a lot of stuff in common. He was living in the city where I was living, and he was with this girl, and they broke up, and he ended up living at my house. Me and him shared a room, and
cool.
he lived an arm's length away from me and was at my school, and he was one of those guys, like, today this is what we're learning, and you would show him once, and he could do it, and he could usually do it better than I could. He's one of those guys.
That's satisfying, though. I'm sure.
I'll tell you, one of my coolest professional moments as a wrestler and as a guy that's trained people was being at the Royal Rumble and just seeing how much respect he's garnered over the years of being here. Everyone knows him.
Yes.
Everyone respects his work and his ability, and the fact that he's number one. He's an awesome guy. I mean, he's one of my really good friends, and I was there when he ran out in the Rumble, the huge pop, and like I almost cried in front of the Undertaker because it was emotional for me, I'm his father in a way, he's done
definitely wrestling father.
Yeah, I'm his wrestling father. They leave home early, and and he was good right away, and I'm not going to take any of the credit of his success, but it's cool. Like I know I helped him and instilled things and doing things the right way, and he still does those today, and it was a very proud moment for me.
Nice. Less embarrassing than I was hoping for, but that's still pretty nice.
Yeah.
Are there any of the guys, since you've been down here, who are some up-and-comers or maybe on the newer side that you kind of see like, oh, okay, there's going to be some magic flowing here?
I mean, the truth is like as being a guy that was from the outside and now on the inside is like this is the thing that has happened in NXT where they had the Shield and they had Bo Dallas and they had Neville and these guys and then they transitioned to the main roster. It's like, oh well, what are they going to do now?
Right.
And then it was Finn and Joe and Aries and Shin and and now and then they go up and say, oh, what are they going to do? And now it's Hideo and Bobby and us, and then the Revival goes, and then it's Heavy Machinery and AOP. Like, this is the circle of life, guys.
They always figure it out.
Let's get over the fact that people are going to go up and do well and be successful, because there's 100 people that are hungry as anybody at the Performance Center right now. 100. There's 100 people that you don't even know, you've never seen, and they're all going to be good. That's the Shangri-La of pro wrestling. I wish the gym I trained at looked like that. It was.
Oh man, it's the Disney World of wrestling training.
It is. It absolutely is. I every chance I get, I'm down there, and I'll go in and do class with those guys and sit in on a skull session, watching videos and stuff. Like, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, and there's unbelievable amount of talent there, and they're all coming up. You're going to see them at some point or the other.
That's the nice thing about having these different brands is that they can, force them out of the nest, kind of like you're saying, and then suddenly there's this whole new crop.
Right, we always hear the questions online. It was like, oh, how do they replace it? Or, there's guys that aren't ready, this, that, and the other, and then boom. There's another takeover, and it's filled with people that half of them weren't on TV 6 months ago. So, and that's me included. So,
yeah, exactly, which is crazy. So, how about SAnitY? I mean, was that something that you kind of had an idea on, or they were kind of looking to do something like that?
Yeah, for me, going in is I pride myself on. I think my number one skill in wrestling is versatility, and I've proven that. And I this is more of Hunter's brainchild. This is a thing that he's wanted to do for a while. He had this idea in his head and this image, and he saw me as the leader of it, and we had this funny conversation where he said, like, I saw you turn heel and I didn't believe that you could do it, and then you did, and it was so believable and it was so raw, and he said, that's the guy. That's the guy. I was like, well, you should have called me 2 years ago, kind of thing.
I was still that guy.
I believe in fate, and everything happens at a time and for a reason, and everything took care of itself, and I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I was going to end up, and I believe in that heavily, and being part of something that's like his brainchild is exciting. There's a guy, I'm not trying to embarrass him, but I grew up watching. Right. I remember I stole a poster of his from Walmart because he was one of my favorites and was like an inspiration for me to work out and to look like that. I obviously don't, but he's I mean, is just such a pro, and it's been nothing but respect from day one. And I was very involved in the music and the image and the entrance, and I don't ask for that. Like I'm gonna earn it, you know, like I want to earn it, but it was given to me instantly, and I will never forget that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such a ride too to have even just an audience member. What a great way to come in and bring other guys with you and everything. I mean, it's just been really awesome. I love the love letter to HBK that you did.
Yeah,
for
that's
ESPN.
Another thing that happened here. You know, another door that opened because of the massive eye that's on this company and the multimedia monster that it is like that's something that I think I wanted to do, but I never thought, oh yeah, I'll write articles for ESPN.
Right.
I'm not. It takes me a while. You know, I'm kind of stuck on two different ideas, and I'm sussing them out right now. So, but that was important to me. You know, this is a guy that I have this kind of relationship with, a guy that I idolize, and I felt like that's this cool platform, and I could get that off my chest. And now we have an even cooler relationship, and I almost made him cry, and vice versa. And it was, dude, it's crazy, it's surreal. I'm like, if 15-year-old me could see me right now, it would blow his mind. You know, absolutely blow his mind.
Stealing Triple H posters, and now he's giving you a brainchild of his and HBK at the Performance Center. Well, congratulations either way. My last question for you. So you did have a couple of great shows. Is there something, if you could have another one, is there something that you're kind of looking forward to if you could do it, or what do you think?
I mean, with that kind of stuff, it's like I believe I can wrestle forever. That's me being an optimistic person and a person that was on vacation for 9 years. I got a lot of tread left on the tires for something as a guy that's an older performer, I guess. But you know, that's something that I'm talking with Travel Channel right now about a show about this Alaska. Alaska's the thing right now on television.
Yes, of course.
You know, so it's like, you know, if you want to go kind of adventure through Alaska, you better be tough. So that's the spin, is like, this guy's a bad dude and he's done all kinds of stuff, but can he survive, kind of thing.
And you can do your own trailers with this voice. I feel like everything sounds more badass.
Voiceover is something that I've also been interested in. I've done some stuff. I was almost Ra's al Ghul on the Batman animated series.
No way.
Yeah, I had a couple callbacks for that, so I got real close to. That's something that I'm definitely interested in, but this is my focus. You know, and I told them when I did the show originally, wrestling is my job, wrestling is my life, and nothing will supersede this. But that's something that, you know, I'm always interested in, because it was an amazing experience.
Nice. Well, thanks so much for your time today. This has been really surreal.
Thank you, man. It was cool.
So much.
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 Thank you, everybody. This was a wonderful SummerSlam takeover. I really appreciate you guys tuning in for Ringside Pop. You can follow us at facebook.com/Ringside Pop or on Instagram at Ringside_Pop. Kia, where are people finding you at? You have a little match going on yourself? Getting back in the ring?
Yeah, I'm somewhere in America beating up on somebody right now.
I wish I could be there for that.
If you want to know where, go to Twitter, Mean Queen K, or go to Instagram, Spinning Fist.
Marty? I like that wink.
Yeah, you know. Marty Elias, 1967 on Twitter, Marty Elias 67 on Instagram, and Marty Elias on Facebook.
Awesome. This has been wonderful. Thank you very much, AfterBuzzTV, and we will see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Dale Rutledge, and Stephen Lemieux, managing producer for AfterBuzz Wrestling Mark Donica, and the entire Ringside Pop staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in. Like us on Facebook, rate and comment on iTunes and YouTube. Follow the show on Twitter at Ringside Pop. This has been a presentation of the AfterBuzz TV Network. Buzz you later!